We're from the Netherlands. This is Daniel, and I am Egbert. We're from a small company called React. We're a group of 5 people. In the Netherlands, we participated on a hackathon as well, a 24-hour hackathon, and we tried to detect anomalous behavior of incoming ship traffic. So there were a couple of things we tried to do. One was see if a ship goes on another course, another course than we then predicted. And we also wanted to see if it's another speed, so if it's closing up on a ship or a ship is slowing down, stuff like that. And also maybe if it's going into an area that it shouldn't be, for example like a windmill farm or any other structure or object. In the Netherlands we have a lot of water and also a lot of stuff in the water. So a couple of use cases we were thinking of was harbor overview, sluice security, and offshore security. Yeah, and Daniel will show a little bit of what we did here. On the hackathon in the Netherlands we did some stuff, but we tried to go beyond that point here and try to see if we could feed some live data into it and see if we can get any results. And I will explain a little bit more.
So in Holland we had a couple of open APIs we could use, but unfortunately they closed them off, so we had to use our old data that we collected back then. But what we did is we took basically a month of data and then learned one model. Go ahead. Yeah, we took all the ships, we threw them in a pile, and then we learned one model of all these ships. And then we created, on each of these ships, we created a different model to predict if, to see if there's any anomalies. And we wanted to feed in live data, so we kind of simulated live data as you see here. We think we succeeded, but there are a lot more things to explore in the future, of course.
Did you use the Numenta geospatial encoder?
Yeah. Yes.
You did. Okay.
So,
Okay.
Yeah, there was a.
you can see some of the parts here. It looks like they're going across land, but there are a lot of tiny ways that you can go through. And, yeah.
So how do we interpret it? There's a line. What does the line mean?
I'll explain a little bit more. We trained the base model. We call it the base model with around 30,000 records, I think, of ship track data. And what you see here is, we took that as a starting point, and the green line indicates that it's seen the route before. So we trained it a little bit more a couple of times, and you see some anomalies, but most traffic, what you see here, the geospatial encoder of NuPIC says is it's seen before, and it recognizes as normal data.
What does the actual line mean?
It's the track that it took, and it's supposed to just leave a little trail behind the boat and then disappear. But it's,
so the blobs are the boats. You can tell the direction by if the blob is on the left, it's going towards the left.
Yeah.
How does
now we sped this up quite a bit, of course. Otherwise, it's a way to your come.
So take an anomaly there. What do you think is happening? It's going at a different speed or a different route that nobody's gone before.
Or is that a false anomaly, or what does that mean?
I think
could be a false anomaly.
I mean, can you interpret it? I guess that's not.
Yeah. So I think most of it's a little bit of noise from the NuPIC. So we tried with some different data, and you could clearly see it's anomalous. You can clearly see it goes red like instant. And what you see here, like you see a little bit of yellow and a little bit of orange. That's a little bit of noise, but almost all traffic, because we also used this data to train it, almost all traffic got recognized. So NuPIC is doing a great job actually at recognizing all the tracks. Yeah.
Did you use the likelihood stuff at all or not? The anomaly likelihood?
No, not yet.
Okay. 'Cause that takes care of some of the noise issues.
Okay.
But what it'd be nice to test it is to actually throw some anomalies at it and see what happens. I don't know what would be a real anomaly. I mean, something going north-south instead of east-west or something. I mean, it'd be nice to
We'll get on a boat and just start driving crazy.
drive in circles, drive a boat in circles, something.
Well, we threw in some tracks that we didn't record before, and they turned red, but then we wanted to have more tracks to show in the demo, but yeah, unfortunately some things didn't work out as planned in the last hour or so. And that's why we're showing you this.
I mean, we've had these, in San Francisco Bay, we have a lot of boats, and we've had some that have gone too close to the bridge piers and hit the bridge. I mean, it'd be interesting if you could see that a boat was kind of veering off a standard shipping lane and knew that it was could get in trouble.
That's what we want to.
Right.
Let me zoom in a little bit. You can see how accurate it actually is. Okay, you can
actually.
Yeah, you can see some of the tracks is not correct, but you can on some other data we have tried also.
So obviously you're not sampling very fast because you show it at one point, then you show it at another point where it
Exactly.
cross land.
Yeah. But if the data was a little bit better, you would see it goes strictly. It follows the lines and the borders of the waterways very carefully. We've seen it by with other data as well. So most ships leave the middle blank. So if a ship would deviate to the middle, NuPIC would see it instantly, and it's pretty accurate.
You tested that out?
Yeah, we tested that out. Yeah.
How often are you sending the data in?
We trained it with a TCP connection as well. So, but this is
the sampling is once a minute, once every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Well, we threw in all the history first, and then.
How often is that history sample?
1 month of data is almost 6.7 million GPS positions.
Every how many minutes do you get a GPS
Yeah, well,
position?
Every
Like
second.
every second.
Every 2 seconds.
Every 2 seconds. So
Yeah.
That's pretty fast.
that's very fast.
It depends
On the speed of the boat, depending on the speed, they have to give a frequent
Oh, they
position.
change it. They change it based on the speed of the
Yeah,
boat.
exactly.
Ah.
Yeah. So in the Netherlands, they are obligated to give their position through this system. So
But
depending on the speed.
we only had fixed data.
No, but the point
We
is
couldn't
that if the
exit
boat's
the
going
API.
faster, then they give more points a second.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah,
If it's going slower, they say don't bother.
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you guys feed every point in sequence?
We try to use the pre-processing as well.
So you try to regularize the sampling rate? Just normalize it? Something?
Talks about time.
Yeah, we tried, but.
We had some problems with the amount of data and getting it to
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, we should look at this more, because we can get this data in San Francisco too, so. this is-
Yeah.
You have it all over the world.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Very nice. Yeah.
Thanks, guys.